Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's masterclass. I am so excited to have you. So, in the chat, tell me where you're tuning in from, and also tell me who you help. So, if you are a weight loss coach, for example, you would say, I'm a weight loss coach. I help women lose their last 10 pounds. It helps me to tailor my training for your needs. Now, I wanted to keep this as intimate as possible. So, I see that right now we have 25 people in the room. So I'm going to cap this at 25 so I can help you individually. I want to be able to help you inside of your business. And when I finish the training, I'm going to stop the recording and then I'm going to coach you. I'm going to stop the recording because I know that many people are very shy when it comes to their businesses. Many people don't want to be, they don't like to talk in public. So I'm going to honor that and I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to coach you. So we're now at 25 people. The room is now closed. Anyone that tries to join in later, unfortunately, will not be allowed to come in because I want to help you individually in your business. Now, in this masterclass today, I want to teach you how to attract clients consistently. I want to teach you how to start attracting people who can afford your services. So, first of all, tell me in the comments, do you currently have clients you're working with? Do you have paid clients in your program? Drop one in the chat if it's yes, and drop a two if you don't have any paid clients. Now, surprisingly, many business owners are struggling to attract clients, not because they don't have the skills and experience, but there is something missing. Now, most times you might think, oh my gosh, I need more certification, or oh my gosh, I need a bigger audience. No, you do not. Let me tell you why. My last masterclass, I only had five people. I had five people attend live, and then of those five people, two people became high ticket clients. So I just wanted to tell you that you don't need a bigger audience. Also, my Instagram, think I have about 200 people, 200 followers. On my Facebook, I have about 460 people. And my YouTube, I have 68 subscribers. So please do not allow your brain to convince you that you need more people. No, you do not. Okay, so in this class, I'm going to teach you my blueprint for client attraction. And that blueprint will show you how to start attracting clients almost effortlessly because I believe in energy. Money is created through an energetic exchange. So, this is why it's so critical for us to talk about the energy you bring inside of your business. So, for my client attraction blueprint, I'm going to talk about five key elements. And after these five key elements, I will start to coach you because ultimately, I want you to leave this masterclass with, I want to say an action item. I want to say momentum. I want you to have momentum in your business to start attracting clients. So, the five elements we're going to talk about today, number one is energetic alignment and inner belief. Number two is going to be trusting your intuition, um, what I call your higher self logic. Number three, we're going to talk about your messaging that attracts dream clients instantly. Number four, we're going to talk about powerful content that pre-sells for you. And number five, we're going to talk about how to embody client magnetism. Now, as I go along, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I'm going to go very quickly. I don't have any slides because I want to be able to see your faces. I want you to be able to see my face because sometimes when I have slides going on, like the slides become bigger and then my face, my face is at the top right hand corner or top left hand corner. So I wanted to just talk to you heart to help you get the momentum moving in your business. So, the first element we're going to talk about is energetic alignment and inner belief. Number one, love and excitement for your niche. Whatever your business is, you need to have love and excitement for what you do. It's that love and excitement that will actually attract people to you. You also have to be willing to do what you're doing completely free, but you do it so well that people want to pay you for it. What do I mean? So, for example, joyful money. I am so willing to do what I'm doing for free. It fills my heart with so much joy when I help people make progress in their businesses. And I do it for free for a number of people who cannot afford my services. But I do it so well that people are willing to pay me $5,000 to help them. That is what I mean by you are so willing to do what you're doing in your business completely free, but you do it so well that people want to pay you for it. Another point is to approach your business from a place of service, not desperation. People run away from desperate people. People run away from desperate energy. Like to give the example of a car salesman. Have you ever gone into a car sales lot looking for cars, and then this salesman comes? He's so desperate, and you can feel that desperate energy, and all you want to do is run away. That's the desperation that most people approach their business with. Now, if you are in a financial bind or you feel like you really, really need a sale to make your business successful, then I always advise you to take a step back. In fact, I had a client, well, a potential client, reach out to me. I think this must have been 3 months ago. And he was so interested in joining my Joyful Money program. But he said that he was having some financial difficulties and he wanted to see if I can help him so he can start and then he'll pay me later when he's made money in his business. And I was so upfront with him and I said, that's not a great place to create a business. If you are in a financial bind, people are going to sense that and that's going to push people away. And so I told him, I do not think you're mentally or emotionally ready to run a business. So I told him, I don't think you're a good fit right now. It's best you resolve your financial situation and then come in to build a business from a place of service and from a place of love. So you have to be serving not from desperation. You're not desperate to make money because if you're desperate to make money in order to pay your mortgage or in order to pay your rent, people are going to sense that. The other point is for you to be all in your business. There is a different energy when you are all in your business. If you are just dabbling and just trying and wanting to do this, it's going to show. But when you're all in, there is a different energy. When you're all in your business, there is a different energy. So I'll give you an example. About this must have been 3 weeks ago. I had someone message me on LinkedIn and he said he wanted to jump on a quick coffee chat. So at first, like I checked the guy's profile, he looked really, really legit. Like he looked like a very big and successful guy. So I was really curious, like what does this guy want with me? So I jumped on this coffee chat, and he said, well, he wanted to invest in my business, Joyful Money, in exchange for a percentage ownership. So he wanted to invest 250,000 to get, I think at the time he said it was 10% ownership of Joyful Money. And my response was no, because I felt like I left corporate in order to start my own business and I wanted to have 100% creative control over my business. And so I turned him down. Now, the reason he made the offer in the first place, he's a venture capitalist. The reason he made the offer in the first place was he saw my positioning online. He saw how I was coming from a place of service. He saw all of my clients' testimonials. And in his head, he felt like this will be a very good investment. So I gave you that example to show you that when you're all in your business, it's going to show in how you show up. People are going to be attracted to you when you are all in. There is no plan B. You are not just dabbling. You're not just saying, oh, I'm going to give this a go. You are just all in. The other point is you must feel completely aligned in your business. You mustn't feel any resistance in your business. Now, this is one aspect that you cannot fake it until you make it. There is no faking it until you make it because your nervous system is the driver. So let me explain what I mean. Science has shown that the signals that go from our body to our brain is 80%, and the signals that come from our brain to our body is 20%. Think about that for a minute. 80% of the signals go from your body to your brain, and only 20% goes from your brain to your body. What that means is your nervous system will send a signal to your brain to let your brain know if something is safe or not. So if you are running your business and each time you sit down to work on your business, there is so much nervous energy and there is so much resistance, that signal will go from your body, how you feel in your body, to your brain, and it will interpret as making money is not safe. And that signal is 80% compared to if you're trying to psych yourself to say, oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm going to make it. That's why chanting mantras by themselves do not work. Because if you keep chanting mantras and you don't believe it in your body, it's not going to work. So, this is why you cannot fake it until you make it. If you do not feel aligned in your body, your subconscious mind is going to pull the brakes. So, that's what I mean by being completely aligned. Another point is to believe in your offer and to have an offer that is a painkiller and not just a vitamin. And what that means is if in your business you're having to teach people what you do, you're having to convince people about what you do, it's not going to work. Yes. Kelly said on point. Absolutely. Yes. This is how it works. So if you are selling, okay, take for example, who makes the most money? A company that manufactures Tylenol or a company that manufactures vitamin D, for example. The company that manufactures painkillers will make a lot more money. Why? Because it is solving a pain. The company that manufactures vitamin D, they might not make as much because then you have to teach people the benefits of vitamins, you have to educate people. But the person that has a toothache or the person that has a back pain, they know they're in pain. And so they're going to seek their help and they don't need convincing, right? They're just going to buy the Tylenol. So this is what I mean by checking your offer and making sure that your offer is a painkiller, not just a vitamin. And let your offer be the prayers to somebody else's, the answer to someone else's prayer. So you need to have an offer that someone is praying for. So, for example, as a business coach, I know my offer is the painkiller, is solving lack of money in someone's business or lack of clients. So that's what I mean by having a painkiller. The other point I want you to think about is expectation. What do you expect to happen in your business? Now, if you want to attract clients, your expectation is going to be key. And what do I mean by this? Do you expect that you can make 20K a month? Do you expect that after one masterclass that people will sign up for your program? Is that your expectation? Do you believe that that is possible for you? Because your expectation is very, very important. And most times, what you expect becomes reality. So, even though you're like, oh, I want to have a six-figure business, or I want to make 500K this year, do you truly, truly expect that? Do you truly, truly believe that that is possible for you? Or do you believe that success is for them? Success is for other people. I don't think I'm good enough. If those are the thoughts you think, then that's why you're not attracting clients. So I want you to check your expectation. What do you expect? And that segues into the words you use. The words you use have so much power. In fact, creation happens through words. So the words you use are actually creating your reality, right? So what do you say to yourself behind closed doors? What do you say about your business? What do you truly believe and say to yourself? Do you say, "Oh, I have a successful business," or you say, "Oh my gosh, the economy is bad"? So all watch what you say to yourself because your words have power. So from today onwards, I want you to be so intentional about the words you use about yourself and your business. The other point inside of this element, so we're still in the energetic alignment and inner belief. The other point is unconditional love for yourself. Now, what does that mean? Unconditional love. What has love got to do with money? The love you have for yourself will spill into your business. People can sense whether you have self love, self trust, self belief. All of that comes across in your messaging. And I cannot tell you the inner work I have had to do to get myself to the point where I love myself unconditionally. And this is one of the reasons that holds people back from showing up as their true, authentic selves online. Because somewhere you're constantly judging yourself and you're so self critical. And that is why clients are not being attracted to you. So I want you to do the inner work and ask yourself, do I truly love myself? It goes a long way. The other point is to be emotionally ready to receive money. Now, if you know me, you know I love to talk about money, money energetics, and money mindset. If you want to start attracting clients, you have to be emotionally ready to receive money. So, last week I celebrated 25K in a month in my coaching business. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm looking at the chat. I'm gonna come to the chat shortly. And some of my friends messaged me to say, "Oh my gosh, you're so lucky." It had nothing to do with luck. And some people, even though they say they wanna have 100K businesses, they do not truly believe that it is possible for them. They are not emotionally ready to receive abundance. So if you truly want to attract clients, do the inner work and be emotionally ready to receive money. So if you if your business made 100K a month, do you have the emotional intelligence to handle 100K a month? So think about that. Are you comfortable receiving money from people? In fact, I had a client was having 2 months ago, and when she was coaching with me, she just couldn't imagine people paying her. Like she felt like people paying her was that she was robbing people of their resources. So we had to do the work for her to get comfortable with receiving money. Okay, now there are three things that people need in order to buy your offer. The first thing is belief in you. They have to believe in you as a human being. The second thing is they have to believe in themselves. And the last thing is they have to believe in your offer. So those are the three things before people will say yes. So I want you to check yourself. Is your offer and yourself positioned in a way that people can see themselves going through your offer and getting the transformation you promise? Another thing I want to offer you is, do you think that people will be lucky to hire you? So, what I mean is, sometimes the way I see people come across in their marketing, in their social media, is almost like they're begging people to hire them. But my mindset is different. I feel like anyone will be so lucky to hire me as their coach. Anyone will be so lucky to get into my Joyful Money program. That's my true belief because I believe in the power of my program. So ask yourself, do you feel that people will be so lucky to work with you inside of your program? That energy of, oh my gosh, if you are able to work with me, you are so lucky. That energy is so attractive. Now I see all the comments in the chat. I will come back shortly. I just want us to go very quickly through the content and then I'll come back to coach you. So we've just covered energetic alignment. Let's move on to trusting your intuition. Now, you have to be able to believe in your higher self. I don't know how to explain this to you, but there's something called intuition. You call it intuition, I call it God, but it's your higher self. You have to be able to have self belief in yourself and in your higher self. Why? Well, because many times success can happen outside of logic. Success can happen outside of logic. What I mean is, you do not have to go the rational path. So, for example, if you started a business, you don't have to end 10K months first before you go to 25K months. It doesn't have to follow that logic. You can start a business today and straight away hit 25K months, even 50K months, even $1 million is possible, right? So the essence of this is not to cap the possibility, right? So some people might say, oh, you have to make 100K first before you get to 500,000. Who says that? You have to believe that illogical success is possible for you. That's what I mean by your higher self. And there is so much that has happened in my business that has been as a result of me listening to my higher self, listening to the still small voice guiding me to take action. One example, I know many of you are aware of this, must have been 2 months ago. So typically, my master classes, I tell people to book a call, right? At the end, I said, take a link, book a call if you want to join my program. And it was, I think, less than 5 hours to my masterclass. And that still small voice said, put your payment link on the slides. I'm like, what? Payment link on the slides? Typically, big coaches like Tony Robbins or any other bigger coaches, those are the coaches that sign high ticket clients directly on their master classes. So I'm like, okay, so I obeyed the still small voice. I added the link on my slides. And guess what happened? I got to that point on my slide, and this amazing human being paid right away in the masterclass, 5K paid in full to join my masterclass. Like I was just having goosebumps when that happened. And the reason that happened was because I listened to my higher self. Now, not only that, he paid in the masterclass. He unmuted himself to tell everyone in the masterclass that he had paid. It just changed the energy in the room. And after that masterclass, on that same day, somebody else paid 5K to join my program again. So I'm trying to explain to you that success sometimes can be beyond logic. So be mindful about how you cap your success. Anything is possible if you listen to your higher self. So you might ask, well, how do I listen to my higher self? Well, your higher self speaks all the time. Your intuition speaks all the time. The problem is, we have all gotten to the point where life has become so busy. We are no longer in tune with our higher selves. So, if you want to start having quantum leaps in your business, you have to develop the skill of listening to your higher self and taking action. And here's the thing, your higher self doesn't speak or you can hear very clearly when you are all engrossed in stress. When you are stressed, money stress, life stress, your cortisol level is so high. And when your cortisol level is so high, it makes it a lot difficult to have those divine downloads. So I call it divine downloads. So if you want to start listening to your intuition, you have to regulate your nervous system and calm your nervous system to the point where you can listen to your intuition. And when you have those divine downloads, you have to take action fast. You have to take action on the divine downloads you get. I'm going to give you another example. So, one of the clients I had, she's still a current client. She's an event planning coordinator, an event planning consultant. And in our coaching session, she told me how she was struggling with picking calls. So she would be on a client job and then she would have people calling her. But because she's on a client job, she couldn't take those calls from new leads. So she said, well, she was losing a lot of leads because she couldn't pick up phone calls. So I saw that as a problem and I started to think, what solution can I provide? Well, I came up with an AI voice agent. So I built an AI voice agent for this amazing human being. And now in her business, 24/7, this AI voice agent will pick up the call, talk to clients, get them booked for consultations. Now, that just changed my business altogether. And now I'm able to offer that as an additional bonus inside of my program. Not only that, because of the divine downloads I was getting, I built a demo of this agent and I posted it on my YouTube channel. And then the next divine download came and said, why don't you build a different demo for coaches? So I did one for plastic surgeons. All of these is on my YouTube channel, so you can go and watch. So I did a demo for a plastic surgeon who wants to have an AI agent to take their phone calls. But not only that, the next divine download came and said, why don't you do one for coaches? So I did one for coaches, and like the amount of uh, discovery calls I have booked for next week. So this just happened yesterday. I just built a different voice AI agent for coaches and I did the demo, posted it on YouTube, and I've just been getting DMs. How did you do this? Can you show me? I'm interested. Now, what is this the AI agent? The AI agent will take sales calls, pick up your sales calls, and actually sell on your behalf. So, because I know many business owners, they are very good at coaching, for example, but they're not very good at sales. So, I built that agent to be able to take sales calls. All of these have happened because I listened to my higher self. And when my divine downloads come, I take action. I don't wait around. So people say, oh my gosh, how were you able to make 25K in a month? Well, this is how. I listen to my intuition and I take action. So I want to encourage you today to get back in tune with your higher self and always know that the universe has got your back. Always know the universe has got your back. Okay, I'm going to check the comments. David says, this is so powerful. I love this so much. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, David. Yeah, I decided to teach this class from my heart today. That's why I'm not using any slides. So I'm very glad you like it. Jennifer says, this is the missing link I've been looking for. Yes, yes. When you connect with your higher self, you get to quantum leaps. So you exceed the illogical success. Instead of going from 10K months to 25K months to 50K months, you can just skyrocket to 100K months when you tune into your divine downloads and you take action from your higher self. Okay, so that's the second element. Let's go very quickly to the third element. The third element is messaging that attracts dream clients instantly. And what kind of messaging attracts dream clients instantly? Okay, I'm just going to take a seat. It's what I call face to camera and delivering value face to camera. So, gone are the days where you get to rely on faceless reels. If you want to attract clients, people need to see your face and people need to hear your voice, not just reels with you just walking around your house. You need to be able to deliver value and connect with your audience. That's the kind of messaging that attracts clients. Now, I prefer to do this using long form content. Long form content from the point of view of delivering value. Now, I also do Instagram reels, like those reels that are like 30 seconds. If you really, really want to attract high ticket clients, they need to hear more from you. Like those reels in and of themselves will not get you consistent high ticket clients. So I want to challenge you. If you don't have a way of delivering value face to camera where people can see you, almost like I'm doing right now, and teaching a live class, like you need to check your strategy. The other thing about your messaging is you're trying to speak to too many people at the same time. And when you're trying to speak to too many people at the same time, you speak to nobody. Now, question for you. If your ideal clients landed on your page today, would they say, oh my gosh, this is the person I've been looking for? That's how compelling your content needs to be. Your content needs to be so clear that when your dream clients land on your social media or your YouTube channel, anywhere you show up, they need to say, oh my gosh, this is the person I've been looking for. Also, in your messaging, you need to speak directly to your avatar. And the way I teach this inside of my program is I want you to picture your avatar. So I encourage you to name your avatar. So mine is called Naomi, and that's why my AI is called Naomi AI. So I picture Naomi. Every time I want to create content, I picture Naomi and I say, oh my gosh, Naomi is struggling in a business right now. She doesn't have consistent clients. She's almost giving up on her business dreams. So when I picture Naomi, I'm able to create content that is so compelling that people will be like, oh my gosh, how did you create that content? Oh my God, that email was so good. In fact, I have replies in my inbox. People are like, oh my gosh, that email really spoke to me. The reason is when I am creating content, I am always thinking of my person. So I want you to name your person. So if you work with women who want to lose weight, give your avatar a name. It helps to humanize your people. It helps to put a name to the people you are trying to attract. So that's one thing that really, really helps me. And that's why I attract clients consistently. Okay, we're at number four element now. So number four element is powerful content that pre-sells for you. Question for you. How much valuable content do you have in the world? Now, what I mean by this is value creates money. So if you want to make a lot of money, you have to create a lot of value. That's what I mean. You have to create a lot of value. Now, when was the last time that people told you thank you? When was the last time that people said thank you to you for your free content? I'm going to show you an example. So, um, I'm kind of used to people telling me thank you in DMs. So I have a podcast, I have a YouTube channel. Maybe after I drop an episode, people will say, oh my gosh, thank you. That really spoke to me. So I'm kind of used to people DMing me. But last week or 2 weeks ago, someone publicly commented on my LinkedIn profile to tell me thank you. That just blew me away. So, and the reason why I want to share this is because um, she publicly, like she said this publicly, right? So I typically don't mention people's names because I want to respect their privacy. But look, her name is Kiana Marquez, an amazing human being. And she said, uh, no one's so I wrote a question on my post and I said, what's the biggest response you've ever received from someone who bought your offer? And she says, no one's bought my offer yet. All of this is new to me. And she says, but thanks to you and your podcast and a close friend, I actually have an offer. Now it's time to spread the word. Like, I'm like, wow, look at the value she received from listening to my podcast. So, question for you. How many people reach out to you to say thank you? How many people reach out to you to say thank you just from your free content? And remember, I said money is created through value. So, if you want to create money in the world, if you want to make a lot of money in the world, you have to start creating value. Now, I'm not saying you put out a YouTube video and you're like, oh my, and you're refreshing your bank account and waiting for the money to come in. That's not what I mean. You have to create value from a place of service. And then the money will come automatically. Then I want to ask you to create digital assets. Digital assets from the point of view of videos that people can watch and get to know you better. In fact, people come on my discovery calls and the things they say about me, I'm like, how do you know me so well? And then I realize, oh, this person has been watching my YouTube videos, or this person has been listening to my podcast. That is what I mean by digital assets. And these digital assets will pre-sell your offer before people jump on discovery calls. In fact, I have asked people in the past who just come into my masterclass and just pay live on the masterclass. And I say, how did you come to that point where you just paid me without a discovery call? And they said, because of your content. So I put out so much valuable content that people are pre-sold even before they come to my masterclass. Okay, I'm gonna go very quickly. We have only 15 minutes left. So most people come and they're already pre-sold because of my compelling content. Another thing I want you to use to attract clients is using stories. So your content should take people on a journey from where they are to where they want to be. Like I always say, facts tell, but stories sell. Stories sell. So see how I've given you multiple stories just on this call today. I've told you about, I can't remember all the stories I've told you. I've told you about my divine downloads. I've told you about how I had a divine download to put my payment link in my masterclass. I've told you about the lady who publicly message on LinkedIn. So those are stories that will stick in your mind and will very likely sell you on me because stories sell. Now I can blab and blab and blab about facts, about strategies to build businesses, but what will sell is the stories you tell. So I want you to start incorporating stories in your content. As you create content, take the audience through a journey from where they are now to where they want to be. So stories tell. Okay, so build trust. It's okay to stutter on videos. Authenticity is what sells. Authenticity is what creates connection. Now, I know I've said you need to be on videos, right? But many of you are so afraid. In fact, the response I got to one question I asked my email list was holding you back from showing up consistently on video online. And many of them said is the fear of not knowing what to say, is the fear of being judged. And here's the thing, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. In fact, there's hardly any human being that is not afraid at some point. In fact, even the most successful people have said publicly that they experience imposter syndrome sometimes. So it's okay if you are afraid, just take action. And when you take action, that fear dissipates. Now, this is one of the things I help my clients with. In fact, just before I jumped on this masterclass today, I was celebrating my client Frank. Frank, for the first time, did a face to camera video on his YouTube channel. And I couldn't be more prouder than watching his video on YouTube. This is what I help my clients with to overcome that fear so that you serve the world with your genius. So here's the thing, Frank can only serve the people he can serve. I cannot serve the people that Frank is meant to serve. And because I help Frank, he's able to help a lot more people. That is why I am so grateful for the job I have. I get to have a lot of ripple effect around the world because if I can help you overcome your imposter syndrome, if I can help you overcome all the hurdles you have in your business, I am having a ripple effect because you get to impact a lot more people in the world. That's why I love my job so much. And that's why I have the impact I have. So the last element is client magnetism and how you embody your communication. So the way I like to teach this is, like I said, the signals that go from your body to your brain is more than the signals that go from your brain to your body. So your body needs to feel safe to attract more clients. Your body needs to feel safe to receive more money. Energy speaks louder than words. The energy you have in yourself, it cannot be faked, right? You cannot fake it until you make it. Your nervous system never lies. How do you feel in your body when you show up to work in your business? Is it safe in your body to be seen? In fact, one of the things I help my clients with is to feel okay to be visible, to feel okay for the world to see them. When you do that, you start to operate from the point of it is done. It's a done deal energy. I call it the done deal energy. Sorry, I've been talking a lot today. I'm almost losing my voice. I had 3 client calls before this masterclass, but I love it. So, operating from a done deal energy of acting like your higher self. So, what I mean by this is if your goal is to create 50K per month in your business, let's say you want to make $50,000 every month in your business, that's your goal. I want you to ask yourself, how does the person that makes $50,000 in their business every single month, how do they act? How do they show up? That's the energy, my friend. In fact, I'm going to close with this story and then we'll move on to questions. I see a lot of comments in the chat. I'm coming to those very shortly. So, my client, Chrissy Stanley, that's her name. You can go check her out on Instagram. Chrissy, in just 7 days, she signed her first clients. In just 7 days of me helping her fine tune her offer. Now, how did this happen? Well, she says that um so I had done some work with her the day before, and someone sent her an email to ask her how much her price is. And she said she was so confident in saying her price. She said her price and the person paid. Wow. How do you explain that? That's what I mean by shifting your energy. Now, because she had worked with me, like I remember our session so very clearly. I was like telling her all of the mindset shifts she needed to make to become the person that signs clients consistently. And so she said that there was just an amazing shift because old Chrissy would say, "Oh, do you want to jump on a discovery call? Do you want to have a coffee chat? Then I can tell you my price." She said, "No, she just gave her price via email and the person paid. That's the energy shift. In fact, Chris is gonna come on my podcast. I think in about 2 weeks. So Chrissy is a gut health practitioner. She's just an amazing human being, and she like I just love her so much. The way she now shows up, even on her Instagram, she now does videos and she talks to camera and she's able to help her people. Now there are people Chrissy can help that I cannot help. I am not a certified gut health practitioner. Chrissy is. And because I've been able to work with Chrissy to fine tune her offer, she now has a 6 figure offer. There's something I call a 6 figure offer. She now has a 6 figure offer. And now she's showing up differently. And because of the work I've done with Chrissy, she's able to have more impact in the world. And that's what I mean by the ripple effect of my work. So we only have 9 minutes left. I'm going to stay on for as long as we need. So typically, I would share a payment link if you wanted to join my Joyful Money program. But I'm not going to do that today because I don't have any availability for you to join. Yes, that's so amazing for me to say. But I will be opening up spots for next week. So if you want to join my Joyful Money program, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you to go and explore what the program is about and book a discovery call for next week. So let me show you what I mean. So I have a page on my website where I explain what the Joyful Money program is. So I'll just drop that link in the chat. So go and see what you'll be getting in my program. So you see some testimonials from some amazing people I've worked with. And then you can see exactly what I teach inside of my Joyful Money and how I can take you from struggling to becoming as successful as you want to be. If your goal is to get to 10K months within this 6 months we'll be working together, it's very, very possible. So I have my 4 step framework. So I explained everything we'll be working on. The first pillar is my money energetics. So this is where the bulk of the work is going to happen because there has to be an identity shift. There has to be an identity shift from the person you are now to the person that makes a lot of money in their businesses. The identity shift will come from the money energetics work we'll do. The second pillar is leverage visibility to get in front of premium clients. Now, I use two strategies. I teach you how to host monthly masterclasses, and I also teach you how to get booked on podcasts. Actually, I'm doing this for you. So I'm going to get you booked on 5 different podcasts because in the past, um, clients have not done the work, right? Because you have to find the right podcast, you have to reach out to the podcast host, you have to follow up. So I'm going to do all of that for you and get you booked on 5 podcasts. The third element is business automation. This is where we set up the back end of your business to support you to get to 10K months, 25K months, and if you want to go 50K months, 100K months. In fact, the system I teach inside of my program is used by an amazing person called Frank Kern. Frank Kern is known as the grandfather of internet marketing, and he uses the same tool I teach. And the last element is confidence and boldness. This is where I'll teach you how to step into your confident CEO self. So I want you to, so like I said, I don't have any spots left, but next week I'm going to be opening spots up. But what you can do right now is to go review this page and then just click any of the buttons. It will take you to my booking page, book a call, and I can get you all set up. So this is going to be an hour just for me to know where you are in your business, where you want to be, and how I can help you get there. So I've just dropped the link in the chat. If you are watching on replay, the link is going to be underneath. So the replay is going to be on my YouTube channel. So just go to the description and you get this link for you to go review the information, see what other people have experienced from working with me, and then book your call for next week so you can get in. And ultimately, I want you to start making money. I want just like Chrissy. Just like Chrissy, in just 7 days of us working together, she signed her first client. That's what I want for you, my friend. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the chat now. I'm gonna answer your questions and then I'm gonna start coaching you because my goal for you is to start making money from today, right? The things I've taught you today can help you to start signing clients because it's all about energy. Okay, so let me stop. All right, so I'm gonna stop the recording and I can help you get started.